In this video we are going to see fifth point, that is ordinary people and crime against humanity. So we have seen in the lesson what is the problem of how the Jews they are suffering, or how the Paul people they are suffering, how the Aryans they are getting the superiority in the country, like that things we were seeing. So now we are going to see the how the ordinary people, or what was the crime against the humanity to the ordinary people, how they were suffering, or somebody is there to support them or not. Okay, first we will read one small poem given here. First they came to the communist. Well, I was not a communist. The person the author is saying like that. The government started with a communist, and he is thinking like that, I am not a communist, so I said nothing. Then they came with social democrats. Well, I was not a social democrat, so I did nothing. So he is saying like the first one he said nothing, then second time he is saying I did nothing. Then they came to the trade unions, but I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. Fourth they came with Jews, but I was not a Jew, so I did little. Even though I was not a Jew, but I done very small thing like that. Then they came for me. There was no one left who could stand for me. Saying condition, sometimes we will feel like that where there is a flood or COVID, like that situation, we will feel like that it is not came to me, it is far away from me, like that. Then when we are coming with that situation, there won't be anybody to help. That is the reality. So saying condition, what happened with the ordinary people of Germany, we are going to see that one. So the world through Nazi eyes and spoke their mind in the Nazi language. Many ordinary people, they were seeing how the Nazi government given the instruction, according to that they was looking to about the world, or about the neighbors, and they spoke in their mind or outside in Nazi language. They felt hatred and anger surge inside them when they saw someone who looked like a Jew. They started to feel like that anger and hatred to the people, those who are looking like Jews. Then they marked the houses of Jews and reported suspicious neighbors. Even the ordinary people, they started to mark this Jews house, and if they are feeling like that somebody is Jews, they are not showing outside, then also they are Jews, then they used to inform to the government. Then they genuinely believed Nazism would bring prosperity and improve general well-being. Please underline why the ordinary people done like this, why they was giving information about the Jews to the government, because they believed, or they had the trust on this Nazism, what they will bring prosperity and improve the general well-being. But not every German was a Nazi, and many organized active resistance to Nazi, braving police repression and death. Even though the police was coming and showing the working against the people, those who are showing resistance, then also many people, they worked against Nazism. The large majority of Germans, however, were passive outlookers and empathetic witness, and many of the ordinary people or Germans, they was very passive outlookers, because they believed like that Nazism will bring prosperity. And then even apathetic witness, they seen the dangerous situation of their neighbor, but they keep quiet, and they were too scared to act or to different or to protest. Why they done like that? If they are protesting, surely police will come and repress them, so they got afraid. They preferred to look away. Preferred to look away. Pastor Niemöller, a resistance fighter, observed an absence of protest and uncanny silence amongst ordinary Germans in the face of brutal and organized crimes committed against people in Nazi Empire. Then one of the person who was working against this Nazi government, that is the pastor Niemöller, and what he seen among the ordinary German people, they was not ready to open their mouth, and there was no protest against the Nazi government, or they was keeping very silent, and their face was afraid because of the brutality of the police, and they was felt like that those who are organizing people against the Nazi, that is a big crime like that. Then we can see box 1, box 2, like that many things are there. Okay, wait, we will come back to that. What Jews felt in Nazi Germany is a different story altogether. Charlotte Benedict secretly recorded people's dreams in her diary and later published them in a highly disconnecting book called Third Reich of Dreams. So the Jews, they felt an entirely different view about the Nazi Germany. So when they was in the in a different area, when they was sent to different area to live, that time Charlotte Benedict, what she's doing, she's collecting the dreams of the Jews, and she used to write in her diary, and later she published that one. She described how Jews themselves began believing in the Nazi stereotype about them. Then Jews, after hearing many days about these Jews, they started to believe they are good for nothing, like that. They dreamt of their hooked nose and black hair and eyes, Jewish look and body movements. They stereotypical images publicized in Nazi press hunted the Jews. And the Jews, when from the physical appearance itself, we can identify them. So they started to think like that, because of my nose, because of my color, hair color, and skin color, eye color, others can understand me, like that. They understood that one. They troubled them even in their dream. All this information given trouble to means that they are means they lost their hope because of this physical appearance itself. People can understand who is Jews and who is other people, like that. Jews died many deaths even before they reached the gas chamber. Before reaching the gas chamber, or real death, before that they died for many times. Then the last topic, that is the Holocaust. Knowledge about the Holocaust. Information about Nazi practices had tickled about the Germany during the last years of reign, because already they was participating in Second World War. But it was only after the war ended and the Germany was defeated that world came to realize horror of what had happened there. The after end of the First World War, or the Second World War, and when Germany became defeated, that time only world come to know what a trouble the Jews and other ordinary people suffered in Germany, while the Germans were preoccupied with their own plight as defeated nation emerging out of rubble. The Jews wanted the world to remember the atrocities and sufferings they had endured during the Nazi killing operations, also called the Holocaust. So the Jews, they thought like that we can give the idea about their suffering to the world. But what Nazi government done, well, let us see. At the height, the ghetto inhabitant had said to another that he wanted to outlive the war just for half an hour. One person said like that, he wanted to live out of the war for half an hour, not more time. Presumably, he meant that he wanted to be able to tell the world about what had happened in the Nazi Germany. This indomitable spirit of bear witness and to preserve the documents can be seen in many ghettos and the camps inhabitant who wrote diaries, kept notebooks and created archives. On other hand, when the war seemed lost, Nazi leadership distributed petrol to its functionaries to destroy all incriminating evidence available in offices. What all papers was available in the German offices, they said to the police or like that, all the functionaries, all the government servants pour petrol and fire it like that, because they don't want to say anything about the horror what they done or trouble how much they given to the ordinary people. But the Jews, they returned their dreams and what all things happened, and they kept in safe area. From that evidence we understood how they suffered, and we can see some of the things here. It is that they made the mud jars and kept everything inside safely, even it not burned, even the Germans burned the ghettos. Yet the history and the memory of the Holocaust live on in memories, fiction, documentaries, poetry, memorials and museums in many parts of the world today. These are the tribute to those who resist it, an embarrassing reminder to those who collaborated, and warning to those who are watched in silence. And this museum and other things, what it is, it is a tribute to the people, those who resist against the Nazi government, or it is a reminder those who collaborated with the Nazi government, and at the same time it is a warning to the people, those who are watched everything in silent. Then we are coming to the last part of the lesson that we will continue in next video.